Conventional wisdom tells us to never say never. But the truth is that certain financial actions should never be taken under any circumstances, or you risk losing all your money and going bankrupt. In this video, we'll cover 6 things you should never do with your money. The first thing you should never do with your money is seek ways to get rich quickly. We've all come across various courses and mentorships on YouTube that promise to make you rich in a short amount of time. It's starting with $1,500 and turning it into $1 million in 3 years. It's getting a guaranteed return of 1% per day. It's all about working a few hours a week with no prior experience and still making a lot of money. The reality is that these schemes offering secret formulas to become a millionaire are only good for those who can scam people. If you want to use your money wisely, it's better to invest in educational courses or books of your interest and not in those promising improbable results. Remember to be wary of things that sound too good to be true. The second thing you should never do with your money is invest in something you don't understand. Speaking of investments, while you should look to invest your money, you shouldn't jump into the first opportunity that comes your way. Before investing your money, you need to know what you're investing in. Don't do it just because someone else is making a profit. If someone else is getting good results, it's because they've been in the business for many years and have extensive knowledge. So investigate first to see if it could be a good business and don't be swayed by others' opinions. This advice might seem obvious, but I know many people who, in their eagerness to make quick money, jump into any business offering results. Remember that investing without understanding the business significantly increases the chances of losing your money. Furthermore, there are many traps and scams out there, especially in the online investment world. You should always investigate the legitimacy of the investment opportunity, seek expert opinions, check if the company is registered, and see if there are any complaints against it. A good practice is to diversify your investments, not putting all your eggs in one basket. This helps to minimize risks. The third thing you should never do with your money is buy liabilities through financing. They generate double expenses, the payment itself and the item itself. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you want to buy a new car but don't have all the necessary money. You decide to finance the purchase. Besides the financing installments, you'll have to deal with interest, which can be quite high. Additionally, the car itself will generate ongoing expenses like fuel, maintenance, insurance, and taxes. All of this combined can take up a large part of your monthly budget, leaving less room for savings and investments. Financing can seem like a good idea initially because it allows you to acquire an item immediately, but the accumulated costs over time can be significant. Many people end up paying almost double the original value of the item due to interest and other charges. If you really need to purchase something expensive, like a car, it's better to plan and save up to buy it outright. This not only avoids financing interest, but can also give you negotiating power to get a discount. Moreover, it's important to assess whether the item you're considering financing is truly necessary and if it will bring any long-term financial benefit. For example, if the car will be used to generate additional income, such as in transportation services, financing might be justified. Otherwise, it's better to avoid it. Before deciding to finance anything, consider other options. It might be better to wait a bit and save up the necessary money, look for more economical alternatives, or even reassess the need for the purchase. The rule is simple: avoid debt whenever possible and use your money in ways that make it work for you, not against you. The fourth thing you should never do with your money is gamble with it. I consider this even a cruelty. Many people mistakenly believe that by putting money into bets and lotteries, they can become millionaires. There are certainly people who have achieved this, but the likelihood that your ticket will be the winning one is practically zero. The human mind is not designed to understand what it means to have just a tiny chance. Our minds can grasp the difference between 2% and 0.002%, but they don't understand the difference between 0.002% and 0.000002%, which is the chance of winning the lottery, 1,000 times less. This chance is incredibly low, but because the media always highlights the lucky winners, we get the impression that we could be next. I'm not saying the chance doesn't exist, I'm just saying that the chance is minimal and that our brains are dumb in this aspect. They estimate the probability of this event happening incorrectly. Since the media only features the winning cases, our minds focus solely on them, ignoring the vast majority who bought their tickets and lost their money. As a result, we can draw hasty conclusions that winning the lottery is more likely than it actually is. I'm sure some of you are still skeptical and disagree with this fact, but I know it's your brain that doesn't understand certain things and will keep leading you to this mistake. The fifth thing you should never do with your money is use your credit card limit or overdraft as a salary. Now let's talk about the most dangerous way to use your money. But let's start with a statement. Using a credit card can be good. It allows you to hold on to your money for another 30 days and gives you some cash back through points. Using an overdraft can also be a solution for exceptional cases, and many banks have already waived the interest if you use it for just a few days. The problem arises when you use either of these tools as an extension of your paycheck. You spend your salary plus the credit card or overdraft limit. And then, logically, you can't pay everything off later and end up rolling it over. However, these interest rates are extremely high, about 150% per year, and it's a huge danger for anyone who lacks financial control. If you don't have this control, ask the bank to cancel your overdraft limit and reduce your credit card limit as much as possible. These tools are great for those with financial control, but they are a ticking time bomb for those without it. The last thing you should never do with your money is lend it to your family members. Now imagine you're someone who, with a lot of effort, has saved some money, and on the other side, imagine a family member who, obviously, hasn't saved enough, asking to borrow a large amount. You're a good person and believe that your family would be stronger if everyone helped each other. So, in an act of kindness and altruism, you decide to lend the money because you genuinely want to help, and thus, you start your nightmares. I'm not saying this happens in 100% of cases, but your relatives probably won't repay their debts, or they will drag it out. And this, besides costing you money, will ruin the healthy relationship you had with them. In this video, I don't want to delve into the psychological reasons why this happens, but if a relative is in financial trouble and you want to help, either give the money and expect nothing in return, or again, don't lend it. And those were 6 things you should never do with your money. These are 6 things that can drain all your savings and hinder your quest for greater financial freedom. And remember, these are things you shouldn't do. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. See you in the next video.